I keep getting called back to the same beautiful tree. It's a canopy of love, filled with all kinds of birds and bird song. I'd love to share this time with you, to bring you into this peace and stillness with me, because it's so important that we can have these reflections. If you're carrying burdens and stress, anxiety, any heavy, low vibrational emotions that are sitting in the body, hindering your growth, making you feel stuck, I'm welcoming you into this space with me. These daily readings are becoming less about the book and more about the need for connection, truly. Connection out of this 3D reality. When you come into this consciousness, there's not much that gets reflected back at you. There's less karma. All of a sudden the spaces feel wider. Perhaps that means the possibilities are becoming more endless. When we can recognize our infinite self in all this. In all this abundance that the earth has. And then what happens there? We don't lose sticks and twigs and leaves like the trees. We have our hair cut, we have our nails cut. We have little flakes of skin that come off our body. It all goes down into the drain. It doesn't get left lying around for everybody to see. But yes, what we project and the energy that we carry into a room, that's what's telling. That's what's telling. Hello, welcome to all my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading from the Song of God. It is Wednesday, the 12th of August. The Rudra, Aditya, Vasu, Sadhya, Visvadeva, the two Ashvin, Marut, the mains and the hosts of celestial singers, Yaksa, demons, and the perfected ones are all looking at thee in great astonishment. The Sadhya are a class of deities. However, the term may also imply that it is possible to attain and know them, to propitiate them, and to win their grace. The transcendental truth offers the finite intellect of man an open window in and through these designations. They are not the final goal, even as the window is not the sky, or the door our destination. Yet the wise man realizes that without the window he cannot view the sky, and the door leads him to his destination. As has been repeatedly emphasized, these divinities are the macrocosmic correlations of several functions and faculties in the individual. Meditation upon them, therefore, promotes those very functions and faculties in the individual. Take, for instance, the Visvadeva. As Gurudev points out in his commentary on the Gita, they were considered protectors of human beings. They were called guardians of this world. They were givers of plenty to the human beings. They are Kratu, sacrifice, intelligence, purpose, desire and determination. Daksa, dexterity. Vasu, wealth, gold and water. Satya, truth. Kama, desire, lust. Dvani, sound. Kala, art. Rokaka, hunger, tonic. Adrava, non-fluid, solid. Pururava, a mythical link between God and man. Is there any doubt that these promote our prosperity? The two Ashvin are divine physicians. They appear in the sky before the dawn in a golden carriage drawn by horses and birds, and they bring treasures to men, averting misfortune and sickness. The signposts of legend, symbolism, and myth point down the road of common sense. Of course, you can have these treasures only if you are awake. Then the whole day, the greatest treasure is yours. Early rising will give you good health and avert sickness too, and you can meditate and avert your misfortunes. Interesting how they encourage and explain that the benefit of meditating would be to avoid a misfortune. And why would that be so? The benefits of meditation, we are told, will ground us, will get us to focus, might increase our memory, stabilize our nervous system, reduce our stress levels, encourage better sleep, all-round holistic well-being. But many of us put so much unnecessary pressure on meditation, and to find the right time every day to fit that into the routine. My practice of karma yoga taught me not just japa, the repetition of mantra, but in doing so and using the practice of, it was yoga nidra, that process of signaling different parts of the body and going through that checklist to detach from different parts of the body. Those two things were very significant to understand what is required for meditation in action, and how meditation in action can be translated into the necessary detachment that is needed for individuals to conserve energy, and then obviously to use that conserved energy for internal healing or to propel you in different areas of your life, depending on how that transmutation or alchemization is happening in the body, the mind, the heart, and the soul, the whole body together. There's something else that I wanted to mention here, because it talks about Kratu, these givers of plenty to the human beings, and how the words sacrifice, intelligence, purpose, desire, and determination is all used together here. Why is sacrifice and the perception of what we need to sacrifice so distorted? And why is it a term used so often as something that is potentially harmful or something that leaves us depleted? Sacrifice was always a term that was used to give gifts to God. And sacrifice can happen in so many ways. But when we're learning about karma yoga, the yoga of action, we cannot put that word sacrifice in the same context. I think it's important that when we are sacrificing, we are understanding the interpretation that was meant by Jesus, because it was filled with love, with an intention to serve and to give that love unconditionally. When we choose to sacrifice, the underlying of that is surrender, with no attachment to the outcome. It is important, beneficial for the development of the human soul, that everything at the foundation of who we are, the essence, the core, is this omnipresent love. It's wonderful to be spending this time here with you. There's some beautiful little birds just flying around on the branches above. There's two butterflies twirling around each other. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading from the Song of God. The divine in me honors the divine. I love being here with you. Thank you. I look forward to seeing your